Hassan and the Magical Paper, A Journey to a World Without Modern Medicine. Abdul Salim. On the quiet attic of his house, Hassan was looking for a missing puzzle piece. Instead, he found a crisp, heavy sheet of paper tucked inside a leather-bound book. As he pulled it out, shimmering white letters began to glow on the surface. They formed a single word: medicine. The light grew so bright it filled the entire room. Suddenly, the floor beneath Hassan felt like soft sand. The walls of his attic melted away, replaced by the warm, golden light of a setting sun. The air was thick with the scent of wood smoke and crushed leaves. Hassan realized he wasn't in his house anymore. He was standing at the edge of a village made of stone and clay. There were no tall buildings, no hum of electricity, and certainly no hospitals. People walked in colorful tunics, carrying baskets of grain and jars of water. Hassan felt a tap on his shoulder. He turned to see a man with a long, snowy beard and kind eyes. "You look far from home, traveler," the man said with a warm smile. "I am Hakim." "Where are the doctors?" Hassan asked, looking around for a white coat or a stethoscope. Hakim chuckled and led him toward a small hut filled with bundles of drying plants. "In our time, the earth is our pharmacy," Hakim explained. He picked up a gnarled, yellowish root. "This is ginger. When the winter chill makes a chest heavy, we brew this into a tea to bring the warmth back." Hakim moved to a shelf and picked up a jar of bright orange powder. "This is turmeric," he said. "It calms the fire in swollen joints." Then he held up a bulb of garlic. "And this is our strongest shield. It fights the invisible enemies that make us weak." Hassan sniffed the garlic. It was pungent and sharp, unlike any medicine he had ever seen. A young boy named Zaid sat on a stool nearby, nursing a scraped knee. Hakim didn't reach for a plastic bandage. Instead, he drizzled golden, thick honey over the wound. "Honey never spoils," Hakim told Hassan. "It keeps the wound clean and helps the skin knit itself back together." Hassan watched, amazed at how the sticky honey gleamed in the light. Zaid looked a little tired, so Hakim handed him a small bowl of dark, wrinkled fruit. "Eat these dates, young one," Hakim said. "They are the sun's energy stored in a bite. They will give you the strength to play again." Hassan took a date and tasted it. It was incredibly sweet and chewy, better than any candy he had ever tried. Later, Hakim took Hassan to a quiet corner where a villager sat with a sore back. Hakim placed small glass cups on the man's skin. "This is cupping," Hakim whispered. "It draws out the tired blood and helps the body heal itself." Hassan watched the skin rise inside the cups, feeling a mix of fear and fascination at the ancient ritual. Suddenly, a group of villagers carried a man into the hut who had fallen from a tree. His leg was bent at an odd angle. Hakim worked quickly, using straight pieces of wood and long strips of linen to tie the leg firmly. "We must keep the bones still," Hakim said. "Nature will do the rest, but we must provide the support." As the sun dipped below the horizon, a woman named Sana entered the hut. She didn't have herbs or tools. She simply sat by a sick elder, holding his hand and singing a soft, melodic song. "Sometimes," Sana whispered to Hassan, "the best medicine is knowing you are not alone. Love and patience are the ingredients we use the most." Suddenly, the magical paper in Hassan's hand began to vibrate. The village started to fade, and a whirlwind of images surrounded him. He saw a man through a glass lens looking at tiny, wiggling shapes. "Bacteria," a voice echoed. Hassan realized he was seeing the moment humans discovered the hidden world that causes sickness. The images shifted rapidly. He saw the first drop of an antibiotic saving a life, a patient sleeping peacefully through surgery thanks to anesthesia, and a glowing screen showing the bones inside a human body. "X-rays!" Hassan shouted. He saw how wisdom from the past had grown into the powerful tools of the modern world. With a final flash of light, Hassan was back in his attic. The paper was blank again, its glow extinguished. He sat in the silence, listening to the hum of the heater and the distant sound of a car. Everything felt different. He looked at his own hands and thought about the ginger, the honey, and the many scientists who worked to make the world safe. He walked downstairs, and saw his medicine cabinet. It was full of bottles and boxes. He realized that while the drugs were important, they were only one part of the story. Medicine was the wisdom of Hakim, the care of Sanaa, and the curiosity of the scientists. It was a gift passed down through thousands of years. Hassan's little sister, Noor, came in with a small sniffle. Hassan didn't just tell her to take a pill. He wrapped her in a warm blanket, made her a cup of ginger tea with a spoonful of honey, and sat by her side to tell her a story. He knew now that being a healer started with kindness and the wisdom to protect the life we are given.